good morning, and welcome. My name is Tracy, and I'm coming to you from Knitworks. You can find me at knitworks.com or send me an email, knitworks@gmail.com. And it is Saturday morning, and I am about to finish the body of the Sode cardigan. Not sure how well you can see it. It is turning out to be quite long, so I will put it on. And if you see, coming down to my thighs. I'll see, maybe if I stand over here, it'll be in the picture. So I am finishing it a little bit early, so I'm not exactly following the pattern. Take this off. So if you can see, the very end, I am doing a ribbing to finish it off, which is similar to the picture in the pattern. Let me just flip this a little bit. So that is the cardigan, and I'm hoping that the bottom will be finished probably today or tomorrow at the latest, and then I have to work on the sleeves. But I'm very excited. I will be taking a trip. My husband and 2 of the 3 kids will be home, but my friend and I and my middle child are going away, and I won't say exactly where, but it's warm. It's currently 85 degrees there, so I'm very excited. I definitely need a break, and the last couple of weeks have been too much for me. So I thought I would be finished by now with this sweater, but seeing as I still have the sleeves to do, and there is a ribbing that goes around the collar and then down, which will make this even bigger, which means I may need more yarn. I have cast on a second project, and that is the very popular, let's see if I have Musselburgh hat. So I'm not one to follow trends, but I'm following this one. So it's basically a top-down hat pattern that is turned inside out, so it's 2 layers, and then if you fold the front of the hat over, it's 4 layers. So it's very warm. It has negative ease, which means that it's sort of tight on the head, so it should stay on. And I am not much for making hats, so this is a first for me. That's how far I've gotten. This is my yarn. I have the tag in the middle, but I'm not going to pull it out. But this is many years old, and I haven't used it yet. This will be a good project to do on the plane, on vacation. Once I get the increases done, it's pretty much just knit for a number of inches, and I think it comes to like this long from the other videos I've seen. My stitch markers don't fit on these. I don't know what size these are. I would guess a 1 or a 2. They're too small to have it. Oh, never mind, I see it. I saw it. So what I did with these needles is I didn't have the Pokemon Pikachu stitch holders didn't work. So I put a rubber band on, and I wrapped it around both needles to keep the stitch marker on, which has fallen off. There it is. This is my stitch marker. I got it from one of the Paradise Fibers fiber clubs, but it didn't stay on. So I will put it on next. Hopefully I'll be done with the increases pretty quickly, and then I can just knit thoughtlessly. And since everything has been incredibly stressful, I decided to purchase another project, which is coming today. And I'll put a picture of it up. It's just a cross stitch, and it is stamped cross stitch. So the design is actually on the fabric. So all I have to do is match the colors, and I have a reel basically that I use that has little indentations for each number. And then I match the number to the color, and I just stitch it like that. And I can even stitch it in hand, although it's not as neat. So that is another project that I'm going to bring. And I actually had my husband pick that one out because there are a number of designs on Amazon that are like that. I wanted something that was sort of soothing. But he picked out one with books. I'll show it off, and hopefully it'll look nice and kind of be that mindless, meditative stitching that I need at this point. So my husband was in the hospital. He had a procedure. He has a stronger heart now, which we are all grateful for. But the stress of the weeks and working and taking care of 3 kids, with scattered appointments, snow days, oh my goodness, so many snow days. The snow needs to stop. Kind of brought me to a little bit of a crisis. So I am trying now to take care of myself and to ease the anxiety that I feel. The good thing is at work, I have fallen behind, but in the last 2 days, I've gotten more done than I feel like I've done in 2 weeks. And I am eating more and sleeping more, although I'm still having panic attacks at night. And I'm hoping that these kind of like non-intense patterns, the Sode cardigan with all the cables in it is a very intense pattern. So I'm hoping that the less intense patterns are soothing, calming, and something to do when I can't sort of think in a linear line. Like this, I have to focus on. I have to focus on the patterns, not right now, because right now I'm doing ribbing. But I will go to the sleeves, and I will have to do the cables down the sleeves, and I will have to make sure I decrease the appropriate number of stitches. Then I will have to do the ribbing for the sleeves and make sure it's long enough, or short if I want it shorter, but every time I think it's long enough, it winds up being too short. So knitting and crafting is supposed to fit your life, not your life fitting it, unless of course you like own a yarn shop then, or you own a business. That's a different story. But if it's your hobby and purely your hobby, it's supposed to fit within your lifestyle. It should be something that fills you up instead of drains you. And I'm not saying this cardigan has drained me, but it's not something that I can work on when I'm stressed out. And I've been stressed out a lot. The cables, I see my mistakes. I see where I could have done better. I see sloppy cables and missed stitches and picked up stitches. But it tells a story of me in a certain place, in a certain time, with a certain mindset. And I can see those changes long after. Knitting can be a journal for you. I have blankets that I have made during the most stressful times of my life. And when I look at that blanket, I remember that I both struggled and overcame. So I don't know if that's the same journey you are on with your crafts, but it is for me. And that's okay. And it's okay if it's not. So I am going to continue to work on the ribbing. And hopefully I will have a sweater before it stops snowing in my state. If not, I will have this for next winter. And it will be a lovely, hopefully oversized sweater for me to curl up with on cold winter days. So, happy Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your knitting or other crafts. And I will try and do a short video before I leave, but if not, I will see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully with a finished cardigan and maybe a finished hat. I don't know. We shall see. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy knitting. Enjoy.